Last time, in my last video, I showed you guys I made an outfit using iconic items from the fourth generation of K-pop fashion. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys the honorable mentions that tilted the crowns of all those other items, but still didn't quite make the list. Because in my last video, you probably were wondering, oh, there's a couple items that you didn't mention, Kevin. You're supposed to be the fashion expert. Where's XYZ item? And here they are, you guys. And if I still don't mention your items in this video, then those items, honestly, they don't matter, you guys. So I'm gonna get into the items now, but before I do, make sure to subscribe if you wanna see more and more and more fun videos like this, where you can learn all about the worlds of K-pop and fashion. Starting with a beanie that was also in contention for top beanie of fourth generation K-pop, we have the Chrome Hearts Big Daddy beanie. Funny name, right? Cute name, right? But even though this beanie was very popular amongst the fourth generation K-pop idols as well, the reason it really didn't take the top spot for me, at least, was that I don't feel like it became popular until the later period of the fourth generation K-pop. Even like bridging towards the fifth generation K-pop, it kind of crossed over a little bit. I feel like, yes, it became popular, but towards the end of fourth generation, starting with the fifth generation. And even on top of that, when I think of this beanie, I really think of Anton from Rise, which is I don't know if you guys consider Rise fourth generation or fifth generation, but I feel like it didn't become known until way later in the generation, as opposed to the Charles Jeffrey Loverboy beanie, where it was popular from literally 2020 all the way until this present day, right? So it couldn't really edge out that spot. So I gave it to Charles Jeffrey Loverboy, but I will say that the Chrome Hearts Big Daddy beanie was also like a big beanie in K-pop's fourth generation as well, right? Also the Carhartt beanie, but that's been around forever, right? So that was the beanie that's made an honorable mention, the Chrome Hearts Big Daddy beanie. I actually have 3 tops that I picked out for honorable mentions for the iconic items from fourth generation K-pop. The first top is the now iconic, to me at least, the Celine tie-dye top from Spring Summer 21. You guys, this top was everywhere at the time, and that was part of the reason why I'm not going to give it the top spot. It's because even though the top was very, very popular, I actually really, really like this top a lot. I actually have it. I'm so annoying. I even have this top. It looks so great. But yeah, this top was literally on everybody, you guys. We saw it on teaser photos, we saw concept photos, we saw it wearing on stages, this and that, this and that. This top was everywhere at the time. That's the key though, which I'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, like this top was everywhere at the time. Like it was not so cute on everyone. It just gave like very like bright summer energy. We loved seeing it. I actually love seeing it on every idol I saw it on. I think they all looked great in it, especially Jamin looks great in it. He looks really, really good in it. It was such a cute top, you guys. But this top was very of the time. It was part of the Spring Summer 21 Celine collection, right? And that's exactly when it was popular in K-pop during the Spring Summer 21 season. And that's the reason I didn't want to add it, or I didn't choose it as a top of the fourth generation K-pop, because I just feel like it was like a very trendy piece that was very of its time. It was only popular during that time period of 2021. It didn't really give longevity, if you know what I mean. And that's the same as the next top I'm going to talk about, which is the Givenchy layered top, the layered metal print top, which was also at the time everywhere, you guys. Like off the bat, it was everywhere. They must have sent this top to every single item. And my girl Big Jisoo, you guys, like she was looking great in the top. But yeah, I remember seeing so many K-pop idols in this top. It was such a cute top. I even wanted to buy it for a while. And by the end of the season, I didn't want anymore because 1, I couldn't find it anymore, and 2, it was just like, I'm just over it. I was over it at the time, and I feel like, again, it didn't really give longevity, which is why I didn't make the top defining pieces of the K-pop fourth generation. That's another same reason as the Celine top. But yeah, those 2 tops, they were honorable mentions for sure, because it was just like an overload that period, and I will say they were recognizable, but I feel like in terms of longevity, it didn't quite live up to the Misbehave top, if I'm being very honest with you guys. And the third top that I want to mention is the now iconic butterfly top that we saw in all the girls, you guys. Like all the girls were wearing this butterfly top at the time. And the reason why I didn't add the butterfly top to the list, or I didn't choose the butterfly top, is that I felt like it wasn't just one top. It wasn't one top from one brand. It was just kind of like a variation of all these different tops, like all these like different butterfly tops from different brands. So it didn't really give one iconic piece. I think the original one, or the one that I feel like most people in fashion knew, was the one from Blue Marine. And then from there, all these brands kind of made their own variations, and then all the K-pop idols wore all the different variations. So I can't really say it was one piece that really defined that generation. It was more so like that aesthetic, or like that vibe, or like that kind of piece in general that kind of took over K-pop. But again, it was a very cute top, honestly. Like Nayeon was kind of very much eating in it, you guys. So I really like that top, but those are the 3 honorable mentions top for this video. And then moving on to some dresses, actually. I didn't talk about any dresses in the other video, which is, I don't know, you guys, like, is that wrong with me? I don't know, but I just don't really feel like there were any dresses that really caught my attention. These 2 dresses that I'm about to mention are the honorable mentions, which are first, the Diesel dress, the Diesel cutout dress. Diesel was having a moment itself the same way that Chrome Hearts was having a moment in the fourth generation of K-pop. But to me, you guys, if I'm being very honest, you guys, the Diesel resurgence, the Diesel like revival in fourth generation K-pop, it felt very payola, you guys. It felt like very like driven by the brand. It felt driven by Diesel. It felt like Diesel just gave a bunch of stylists and a bunch of K-pop idols all these different clothes and we're hoping that they were just gonna wear it. And some did. Some definitely did, and that's why I feel like we saw the Diesel dress, like the cutout dress for a little bit, but then it kind of fizzled out from there. There was not really any longevity in that either. It really gave Payola to me, you guys. Honestly, it really gave Payola, and that's why it's not making the list for me, personally. But let me know what you guys thought of the dress. It did look cute. It looked great on CL. I really liked on her. And then next dress I want to talk about is the giant belt dress from, I think, like Jaded London or something like that. This, again, with the Celine thing, I felt like this was very... It was very of the moment. I feel like there was one period where we just all of a sudden saw all these K-pop idols wearing this one dress. And even though it looked great, it looked especially good on the one member of G-Idol during the Queen card music video, like during the dance scene. That was kind of a moment, you guys. But in terms of longevity, I don't think it really didn't give that, you guys. It was just like of the moment. It felt like everyone was just wearing this one dress. It was trendy, it was cute, it was a different idea at the time, but it didn't really give over the years, like people, different idols wearing it. It just gave like 2 months, everyone was just wearing it at the time, right? So yeah, those are the two dresses. Let me know. Honestly, I feel like dresses, like there must be one that I'm not thinking of or one I'm actually like forgetting, guys. Let me know in the comments if there's any iconic, it has to be iconic, guys, dresses from the fourth generation of K-pop that you really, really noticed. Let me know, you guys. Like this is a team effort, right? Next thing I want to talk about, the last thing I want to talk about actually is the pair of pants. The pair of pants that I want to give an honorable mention to is the Autolinger wrap jeans. I feel like I actually did a small TikTok video on this about these jeans because at one period, like everybody was wearing these jeans. These Autolinger wrap jeans are kind of cool, actually. Like they're kind of these androgynous vibe where like they have a cutout to them. They have like these kind of like dangling ties that kind of wrap around or like kind of do anything with it. Or like if you leave them hanging during a dance thing, it kind of has a lot of movement to it. But these wrap jeans are very, very cool. But again, like another thing I was talking about earlier, it felt like it was very one of the time, and two, it really felt like it was kind of like towards the end of fourth generation K-pop. It really felt like it snuck in at the very end of fourth generation K-pop, like towards the transition period, and that's when it became popular, and it kind of like fizzled out from there. So it didn't really stay in my mind for that long, right? In terms of fourth generation K-pop, I can't really say this pant was a defining pant or like it had that kind of from 2020 to 2024 kind of vibe to it. It was just kind of a recognizable pant, but not as noticeable in the long term or over like a certain long time span, in my opinion. Wait, while I was ending the video, I thought of 2 more things I really want to talk about that I didn't talk about in the original recording. Ugh, so annoying, you guys know those ones. So anyways, I'm back to record another segment and that's why everything looks totally different now. But the 2 things I really want to talk about first is the 51% tank top. Do you guys remember this? 50% has honestly had a great run in K-pop recently or in the fourth generation. But it's the 51% tank top with the cutouts here. It's kind of like thirst trappy as well with this like cutouts here. They also had another tank top that was just like a logo tank top, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking the one that has like the 2 cutouts near the clavicles. That one kind of went around too, you guys. And the thing is, I really like that tank top actually. Again, it looks really good on the people like the bulkier K-pop idols. But the reason I didn't want to add it to my original video of the actual like game changers of the fourth generation K-pop fashion, the reason I didn't want to add a tank top is I just feel like the thing with K-pop is that there's always some kind of tank top floating around. It's never one specific tank top for a long time. I feel like K-pop just loves the logo tank top for some reason. They just love like a point tank top with like a logo here, but it just revolves. But the one I feel like I noticed the most was, or like the one that stood out the most or felt a lot more different than the rest was the 51% one because it has the cutouts there, right? But anyways, I just feel like a tank as a general piece. I don't know, none of them really had a grip to the point that I would add it, or I would say that any of the tank tops in particular define the fourth generation, if you guys get what I mean. Like, I just feel like sometimes it's the 51% one, then like the Lucido had a very popular tank top as well, and then like Chrome Hearts is having a moment with their tank tops, so it's just ever evolving. It's never just one tank top that I really feel like define the entire generation. I could say there's like 10 different tank tops, but the one that comes to my mind, I guess the most, is the 51% one because of the cutouts, right? And the second thing I forgot to mention that I really actually want to mention that it made me re-record this entire video is the Mischief Red, like those jumbo Astro Boy boots, you guys. You guys remember that? Like that had like such a flash moment in K-pop. It gave no longevity at all. It was very much like it happened within 1 month or like 2 weeks. But it was this huge jumbo, like red, almost comical, almost cartoonish red boots that were very noticeable actually. And the thing is, I just feel like whenever idols wore them, it just took up it just stole the attention of the rest of the outfit. You know what I mean? Like so many K-pop idols wore them. We even had some groups that wore them as a full group, which is just over the top and like out of control. But I wouldn't really say that was like a very defining piece of K-pop fashion in the fourth generation. I just feel like in general, like that was a very big piece or like a very big thing or viral thing in fashion in general. It wasn't just K-pop necessarily. It was all of fashion. Like that was like a very, very big moment. Everyone was kind of wearing it like as a gag or as a joke. And the K-pop idols got onto it too, even though it was like a little bit later than everyone else. Like I feel like it blew up in fashion and then 2 months later, like K-pop got a hold of the boots. finally, and then from there, they kind of just made like, it was kind of like an ironic, kind of gaggy type of thing. It didn't really give like anything more than 1 month. It was just that very 1 month, but it was noticeable. I will say, like, you guys remember when Somi wore it, Taeyong wore it, I think Yeonjun wore it, and then like a big K-pop, like a full K-pop group also wore it as well. And it was just it's just so obnoxious and over the top, but it kind of was a moment. And that's the thing with K-pop. Sometimes that can kind of be fun. They love to do these kind of like ironic, obnoxious things just for the sake of like gaining attention or the sake of going viral. You know what I mean? So shout out to those last two items. I will say those, they do deserve to be honorable mentions because I clearly thought they were, because I even recorded the rest of this video for it. But anyways, that's the actual end of this video, or the actual end of this list now. So yeah, those are the items you guys probably feel like, oh, these are other items, like, I don't know, that just were trendy items of the time, which actually it is, which is why they never made the list of the top defining moments or defining pieces of the fourth generation. Let me know if you guys feel like there are any other K-pop items or any other fashion items, I should say, that should be honorable mentions for the top items of the fourth generation K-pop fashion. You guys, let me know in the comments. I love to hear what you guys think. You guys have been leaving really great comments as well. And let me know if you subscribe, you guys. Like, I'm so big, you guys. If you guys are watching the video up until this point, especially, you guys, what's going on? Why aren't you guys subscribing? Make sure to subscribe, because you guys know I'm always trying to teach you guys all about the worlds of K-pop and fashion. I'm trying to do different things. I'm trying to teach you different things. And let me know if you want a dedicated video on any of these items I just talked about in these last two items, you guys. Bye.